Yeah. I think I have to confess that if I'm asked what it would take to falsify my non-belief in God, or what it would take to convince me of anything supernatural, I find it very hard. I used to think it'd be easy. God would appear in clouds and chariots of fire and things.
Well, that's a start, isn't it?
I used to think that, but I mean, I've seen so many good conjuring tricks, where you absolutely swear blind it's supernatural, and yet we know it's a trick. I suppose if Jesus came down in a chariot from a cloud, that would do it for me, but I still think actually a more plausible explanation than anything supernatural is natural we don't yet understand, and so a trick wrought by an alien civilization that we don't know about yet or something is actually as implausible as it is more plausible than that the laws of physics have been violated, which is what we're kind of talking about when we talk about.
Yeah, this issue's, you and I discussed this in Vancouver, and Lawrence Krauss and I did as well, because quite often people will say, well, what would it take to change your mind about whether or not there's a God? And I used to give fairly glib answers of Jesus coming down from the clouds and whatever, and I realized that what you were just talking about, so my answer changed. I have no idea what would convince me that a God exists, but if there's a God, he should absolutely know what should convince me. Yeah. And he hasn't done that, which means he either doesn't exist or doesn't want me to know he exists. Either way, it's not my problem.
Yeah.